Hey guys, welcome back to Top Tipper Betting Tips. I trust you're having a fantastic start to your week and you enjoying the racing. And we're going to have the postman tipping out at the Vaal. So I'm going to hand you over to the postman to go through his selections and hopefully he steers us in the right direction. So here's the postman, guys.
Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, no matter where in the world you guys are. And again, another big warm welcome to the Top Tipper family. Racing comes to us, guys, on Tuesday, the 29th of November from the Vaal Classic Track. There are 8 races carded, and the first race is due off at 12:35. Before we get there, guys, let's just go through one or two things on Saturday, where we had the Summer Cup. We had a nice day there on Saturday. We go and we look at the Dingons. We had the 7 Union Square. We gave you guys the trifecta and quartet. Nothing wrong with that. Give Me a Shot arrived. A Rumogen arrived for us. So yeah, we did very, very well on Saturday. No complaints whatsoever. Christmas coming up, guys, we need some money, so we're going to have to work together and make sure that we have a very, very decent Christmas. Again, guys, somebody just said to me, you gave this tips and I end up losing. Well, guys, what you need to do, you need to make a cutoff point and say to yourself, well, today I want to win 500 Rand. When I hit 500 Rand, whether it's the first race or the third race or whatever, and then walk away. Nobody's going to tip you guys 10 winners, on a card. So please, 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 just some advice. If you take your exotics, take them, let them run. If you're taking doubles or you're taking bets on the nose, please, 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 guys, set yourself a target. Once you've hit that, I promise you, walk away. And don't turn around and say, oh, no, I'm playing with their money. That's utter nonsense. When that money is in your pocket, guys, that's your money. So don't turn around and say, no, I'm playing with their money. Hit your profit margin and then walk away. At the end of the day, hey, Christmas coming up, guys. We all need extra couple bob to look after ourselves. Right, so let's go through selections then for Tuesday. As I said, the first race is due off at 12:35. This is a Maiden Plate for the girls, over 1,200 meters. And the obvious selection here, guys, is horse number 8, Fly Isabella Fly. This is my first selection. However, I'm not going to bank of this. I'm just a little bit worried. At this stage in time, the 8 Fly Isabella Fly is around about 11-10. Nicely drawn at 1. Gavlarina in the stable for the Janse van Vuren yard. We know how that yard is firing. But we go and we look, first time out, 5 lengths to Tsar Bomber, second over, with 9 horses there. Then they take it and they enter this thing in a work rider's plate. 16-10 on that occasion, favourite, and still gets beat. I certainly think he's got a chance. I'm not going to banker this in the buy pot. For second, I have gone for a roughie here, guys. This is horse number 2, African Tune. Julius Mariba gets a ride here for Joey Somo. This is a second run after rest. Last one out with Simanga aboard. Finished 6 lengths behind in the beginning. However, the horse was bulked very, very badly for about 200 meters. If it got a clear run, I'm darn sure it would have finished a lot closer than 6 lengths. And I certainly think that between 12 and 14-1, I think this has got a massive each-way chance. We're certainly going to throw this one in our swingers and our exactors. For third, guys, have gone for horse number 10. This is another roughie here. This is Kabuki Mo. Muziyeni for Lucky Udalakis has had 1 run in a work riders. I think would have gained a lot of experience from that run, and I'm certainly looking for an improved effort there. For fourth, I'm gone for horse number 4. This is Summer of Dreams, Striker Australian for Heather Adamson. Again, has got average form. This horse is drawn really, really wide. Will need a lot of luck in the running. but good enough for back ends of quartets and trifectas. We go and look at some other horses that have average form, namely number 1, Simply Magic, and number 3, Memorial Day, and both of them are drawn really, really wide. I do think that Memorial Day will jump and go to the front, and I think that it will get caught. So race 1, we've gone 8, 2, 10, and 4. We'll move on to the second race on the card. This is the first leg of our place accumulator, due off at 13.05. A merit rated 77 handicap, again for the girls, over 1,000 meters. And in the second race, guys, you found the first of my value bets. This is horse number 2, Showtime. Caden Brewer gets the ride here for Corey Lensley. Caden has ridden it on the last 2 occasions, last time out finishing just over 2.5 lengths behind a decent sort by the name of Afiko. I do think that this one is drawn on the right side of the track, and I do think that this one, round about 8-1, will certainly be there and thereabouts. For second, I've gone for horse number 7, and this is Beaded Gunny. Muzi Yeni gets the ride here for Mike de Kock. Muzi won on this one 2 runs back, then ended up running 4th, just over 2.5 lengths behind Beckoning Beauty. And last time out, did have excuses. If I'm looking for a negative year, returning from a 17-week layoff. However, we know that Mike de Kock can get them rolling first time back, and I certainly think that this is in with a chance. For third, we've gone for the favorite. This is horse number 1, Mythical Dream. Again, Gavin Arena for the Johan Janssen van Vuren. This is going for 4 on a trot. Again, guys, I'm looking to roll the favorite. If you're taking bipot, maybe put all 3 in. If you like it, in my bipot, I'm only going to put 2 and 7. But again, watch it go down. Place accumulators, I've also gone 2 and 7. But there's nothing worse than going out with an even money favorite. But as I said, I'm looking to roll it. If it arrives, well, one of those things. For fourth, I have gone for horse number 6, Nice Rough here, Second Breath. Gabriel Peterson gets the ride here for the Robin Klaasen yard. Gabriel will be claiming his 1.5. And I think that, again, this will jump, this will sit up there. We go and look, this run against Feather Boa, nothing wrong with that. Behind Miss Daisy, United Express, I think this has run to some decent sorts. And again, certainly good enough for backing up trifectas and quartets at around about 16-1. So race 2, 2, 7, 1, and 6. I'll move on to the third race on the card. This is due off at 13.35. This is a merit-rated 84 handicap, again for the girls, over 1,600 meters. And in this event, I've sort of gone through looking for something to roll the favorite. I'm not going to banker this, not even in the pick 6, but again, cannot be left out. And my narrow first section is the 3, Moran Kigen de Melle for Johan Janssen van Vuren. This is currently around about 6-10. This did beat my second selection last time out by half a length. We go and we look. The 4, Princess Ozma, is half a kilo better off. Did give this one a decent run for its money. And I certainly think that this is the third run for the Tarry Yard. Certainly will make its presence felt. I don't think this is a 7-2 chance. I think it's should be a little shorter than that. So I've gone 3 by 4, and I even fancy this 2, Magical Flight. Sianda Sasibo getting the ride here for the Tarry Yard. Sianda will be claiming his 4 kilos, so this one will only be carrying 54.5. We go and look, this has run to some decent sorts. And I certainly think, again, this will jump, will sit handy. And again, I certainly think this will be there when the whips are cracking. And major inclusion in all my exotics. For fourth, I have thrown in horse number 6, Last Cheer. Ryan Munger gets a ride here for the St. John Grey Yard. only carrying 52 on his back. It must be included in trifectas and quartets. So the third race, guys, I have gone 3, 4, 2, and 6, and I'm putting all 3 selections in my pick 6 and my bipod. The fourth race on the card, this is due off at 14:05, a maiden plate over 1800 meters. And I've gone through this race, and my first selection here is horse number 4, and this is Billy Spellbound. Calvin Habib for the Terry Yard. I think they can get a double. I see they've put the blinkers on this one. Certainly think this will sharpen it up, and I certainly think that Billy Spellbound will get the 1800 meters, and like I said, this is my first selection. My second selection is horse number 12. This is Sparkling Jubilee. Muzieni gets him out here for the De Kock Yard, carrying only 53.5, nicely drawn at 1. And again, I think that this will be staying on and certainly make its presence felt. For third, gone for horse number 5, and this is Skyjet. Randall Simons gets the ride here for the Alec Laird Yard. Was not a bad effort last time out behind Alphartic. Something must have gone amiss. I mean, it went off 13-10 and really let the side down. I think that coming back, reverting back to the 1800, will certainly give this horse number 5 a chance. And for fourth, I've gone for 2, Main Mission. This is Ray Danielson for Roy Magna. This is coming back from a 15-week layoff, so we've got to take fitness for granted. But we know that Roy gets them right. For pick 6s, I'm certainly going to throw in all 4 of these selections. Even for the jackpot, bipot, I'm going 4, 5, and 12. We'll move on to the 5th race on the card. Due off at 14:40, a met rate at 71 handicap, over 2,000 meters. And in this race, please guys, take note, horse number 6, Wandering Star, has been scratched. In this event, we find the second of my value bets currently around about 9.5 to 1. This is horse number 8, Flag Bearer. Siando Sasibo claiming his 4 kilos for the Fani Broncos Yard, nicely drawn at 3. With 52 on his back, I really think that this one will go really close. Was not disgraced behind Alphartic, who ran in one of the feature races on the weekend. And again, as I said, 9-10 to 1, nothing wrong with that price. For second, guys, I have gone for the favorite. This is number 2, Ignatius. Keegan Demella for the Van Vuren Yard. This is currently around about 14-10. Last time out finished 4th. Out of 7, 1.5 lengths behind African Torrent. I think that will relish the additional 200 meters. And again, nicely drawn at 1, certainly an inclusion in everything. For third, I've thrown in horse number 1, Master of Coin, Muzieni for the Mike and Adam Azzi Yard. Muzi rode and won on this one last time out, beating Banner Bridge over this course and distance. Again, had excuses on that occasion where the saddle slipped, and again, cannot be left out of any of your exotics. Must throw this one in. For fourth, gone for horse number 3, a little bit of a roughie here, Romeo's Magic. Pierce Jaden for Brett Warren. We know that Pierce has ridden many years for Warren. And again, larger perms, throw this one in. I don't think that this can be excluded. So race 5, we've gone 8, 2, 1, and 3. Small each way bet on the 8, I think is great value. Exotics, throw all 4 in. 6 race on the card, due off at 15:15. Merit rate at 90 handicap for 3 holes, over 1,600 meters. And the 6th race, my narrow first selection here is horse number 2, Atticus Finch. JP van der Merwe for Alec Laird. And JP rode this one last time out, finishing 2nd to African Torrent. So what we need to do is have a look and see if Ignatius comes home lonely in the 5th race. Then maybe if you can get even money on the 6th, have a touch there. For second, I have gone for horse number 1. This is Kill Shot, Chase Mojan. Gets you right here for the Broncos yard. Last time out, looks bad, but that was behind Emolgina in a grade 3. Has run 5 lengths to East Coast. Has run behind Feather Boa. Has run in another grade 1 behind Canadian Summer. This has run to some really decent sorts. 14-1, guys. I certainly won't be leaving this one alone. For third, I have gone for horse number 7. This is Future Pearl. Again, we've got Siana Sasibo for the Terry yard. Again, carrying only 49 kilos, drawn 1. Certainly should not be left out of larger perms. And for fourth, we've gone for the 3. This is World's Best. Randolph Simons for Mike de Kock. This one won its maiden last time out pretty easily. I see there has been a touch of support from 5-2 into 2-1. Again, larger perms, throw this one in. But race 6, I certainly won't be leaving out my second selection. And I've gone 2, 1, 7, and 3. Seventh race on the card, guys. Jorfit 1555, merit rated 70, handicap over 1500 meters. And in the 7th race, my first selection here, and again a narrow first selection, is the 5 Kalahari Blue. Keegan de Mello for Johan Janssen van Vuren. The former is there for all of us to see. Currently 14-10, and is my, as I said, narrow first selection. For second, I've gone for horse number 2. This is Macbisi, marker for Rensburg for Corne Spiss. I certainly think this is a must in all exotics. This one will be running on when others have cried enough. Has had 1 run course and distance, finishing unplaced. 7 runs at the course, has not won yet. That's why I've selected this one to run second. But again, I certainly wouldn't be leaving this one out the exotics. 11-2. If this arrives, nice price. For third, I've thrown in horse number 7. And this is Iceman Cometh, Julius Meriba, again for Joey Somo, nicely drawn at 1. We go and we look, ran behind Spin Doctor, ran behind Clarkson, ran behind Call Me Master, whereby I had no luck in the running. Last time out, finished just over a length behind Iron Tail. Jockey did not ride it out. He felt something was amiss. So those, with that run there, certainly had excuses. If everything goes well, I certainly think that, again, at a nice price, should be included. For fourth, I've gone for horse number 4, Asiye Pambile. Pierre Stradum gets a ride here for Sean Terry. Nice second last time out behind Tulip Tree. And again, larger perms, throw in horse number 4. So race 7, I like the 5 by 2 by 7 by 4. We'll move on to the lucky last, guys. Lucky last, race 8, you're off at 1630. This is a merit rated at 69 handicap for the girls over 1450 meters. And again, I'm going to roll the favorite here. My first selection here is horse number 5, Gilded Grey, Chase Mojan for Fani Broncos. Has some decent form, and I certainly think that this one again will be there and thereabouts. For second, I've gone for horse number 2. This is Strange Magic. Keegan de Mello gets a ride here for Candace Dawson. Last time out, I'm putting a line through that run. I certainly think it's a lot better than that. I see this horse is dropping in class, must be included in all exotics. For third, guys, I've gone for the favorite, horse number 1, Queen of Smoke. Randall Simons for Stewie Pettigrew. I don't think it's a 14-10 shot. I'm not saying it cannot win, but 14-10 I think is a little short. But again, we don't want to go out when the favorite arrives. I would throw this one in as well. And for fourth, I've gone for the 4, Speech Maker. This is Marco van Rensburg for Heather Adamson. If this one was drawn in the top 5, I certainly would have said to you guys, this will go really close. The draw puts me off. So race 8, 5, 2, 1, and 4. Guys, as I said, top tipper, we've been in some decent form lately. take my advice with regards to stopping when you're up. We're not going to tip 10 winners. When you're up, you've got your cutoff point, pull out and let your exotics run. And I hope we can catch something nice and big. I'm sure we can before Christmas, so we can all have one very, very Merry Christmas. Guys, take it easy, look after yourself, check for jockey changes, guys, check for betting moves. Stevie, back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, the postman. We appreciate your input. Thank you for your hard studying and the time you put in for the guys. Hopefully we steer them in the right direction. So all in all, enjoy, have fun, break a leg, and cheers for now.